Welcome to the PharmaSource podcast.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the PharmaSource podcast in the lead up to CDMO Live 2025. Delighted today to be joined by Payal Gandhi from Bluejet. Payal is a member of the management team at Bluejet, one of the managing executives within the business. Payal, great for you to join us today. Please tell us about yourself.
Thank you very much, Chris. I'm quite excited to be here. I have been associated with this industry from 7 years, working with Bluejet Healthcare. I'm a pharmacist by background and have done my master's in management, which gives me a strong foundation in both technical and commercial aspects. I joined Bluejet Healthcare back in 2017 when we were still a family-owned private company. Since then, I'm fortunate enough to be a part of our transformation into a globally recognized CDMO and listed company in Indian stock market, expanding our footprint and core capabilities from key starting materials to high-value advanced intermediates. As a part of the leadership team and in an industry that is constantly evolving, our approach is simple, customer-first, solution-driven, and future-ready.
That really must have been quite a journey since 2017 from a family-owned business to listed on the stock exchange and a very, very well-recognized CDMO business. So a fascinating journey over the last 8 years. Payal, if we could start just by talking a bit more about differentiation. What differentiates your business, your CDMO business in today's market, and particularly regarding specific therapeutic areas, technical capabilities, etc.? Can you share some specific examples with us?
Sure, Chris. I think this is something that we deeply think about. As we operate with customer-first approach, there is nothing to sell, but only to collaborate and develop. We specialize in contrast media intermediates, amino acid-based derivatives, custom peptide fragment synthesis, high-intensity sweeteners, and pharmaceutical intermediates. Our key strength lies in vertical integration, manufacturing key starting materials in-house to ensure quality control, supply security, and cost efficiency. Technically, our scientists excel in stereoselective synthesis, chiral chemistry, and complex organic transformations to handle challenging intermediates. Our R&D is focused on process development and optimization, which is backed by a dedicated project execution team that ensures scale-up and commercialization. I think just to give you an example, we recently developed and scaled an advanced pharmaceutical intermediate for an innovator company, moving from lab scale to setting up a dedicated commercial block from ground zero level in span of less than 2 years. So I think we have been thriving and partnering with innovators and multinational pharmaceutical and healthcare companies globally.
Thank you. You touched on it briefly in your introduction, but I'm keen to hear more about the journey of Bluejet as a CDMO. So obviously a lot has happened over that time. Tell us a bit more about what that journey has looked like.
I think the journey of Bluejet Healthcare has been quite interesting and fascinating. The foundation was laid by late Mr. B.L. Arora, a technocrat, and he was the first in India to manufacture saccharin sodium, which is an artificial sweetener. But as the industry evolved, so did we. With the joining hands of Akshay Arora and Shiven Arora, we are expanding into specialized chemistry and high purity intermediates to serve global pharmaceutical and healthcare companies. Our early investments in contrast media intermediates and high intensity sweeteners positioned us to be a market leader, and we later strengthened our CDMO capabilities with strong technical expertise and flexible manufacturing services. With a fully integrated manufacturing model, we ensure quality, scalability, and supply security across 3 operational plants, including a US FDA-approved site, with a 4th in development. Consistent capex in R&D and manufacturing facilities has played a pivotal role in our growth. And what truly sets us apart is our collaborating, developing, and manufacturing approach, helping our customers accelerate drug substance development while enhancing supply reliability across all stages of the product. Today, major part of our business and revenue generation is focused from US, Europe, LATAM, and Asia Pacific.
One of the key themes that we hear and we talk about a lot is really around the partnerships that are formed with the big pharma companies, with the biotechs, etc. How do you as a business approach new client partnerships from the initial engagement through to tech transfer? Really, we're particularly interested in how you handle that knowledge transfer and how you ensure project success. How do you handle that whole process?
So, as you know, being in a CDMO business, we don't just provide a service, but it's more about building a partnership with our customers. So, through RFQ, once it gets floated and taking it to a commercialization stage, it's all about execution, transparency, and trust. We begin by deeply understanding our client's requirement and giving them a customized solution on technical and regulatory requirements through feasibility assessments. A dedicated project execution team ensures smooth technology transfer, process optimization, pilot validation, and with full integration of quality, regulatory, and manufacturing functions. There is a lean communication channel where each department or functional heads coordinate with the client's head to have a clear communication and involvement from leadership team for a proactive and solution driven approach. And this forms a core foundation to become an extension of our client's team.
Looking into a slightly different area, capacity management is a really critical concern in the pharma and the CDMO space today. How do you balance capacity allocation between existing clients and new prospects, new opportunities? And what's the approach to long-term planning around capacity?
I think it's a good question that you asked, Chris, because when the world is looking at India, and since we have all our manufacturing sites based in India, we take capacity management at a top priority. For existing clients, we ensure that there is uninterrupted supply with long-term commitments and dedicated production slots, and we also maintain some inventories at our end. Simultaneously, we allocate capacities for new opportunities that align with our expertise in contrast media and pharmaceutical and amino acid intermediates. The manufacturing plant are multi-purpose facilities to retrofit and scale up products as and when required. I think the better way to explain this is by showing an example that during an early stage discussion with a CDMO customer, we projected higher plant capacity, anticipating that the scale their innovative product would require. But at that time, the customer wasn't fully aligned. But as we went ahead and invested in a scalable plant, today it is a proud moment for us as we are supplying at full capacity and providing that foresight and partnership go hand in hand. So, with over 30 years in CDMO space, we understand our customers' unique needs and act as extended manufacturing arm ready to scale with them.
That's a really good example, I guess, that you raise about perhaps sometimes sort of reading between the lines in terms of what will really be needed in years to come. And it's a great example of the type of service quality that you offer. So really good example. Thank you, Payal. Digital integration is increasingly important for sponsors within biopharma. So how are you helping clients achieve real-time visibility into their projects? And what technology investments have you made and do you need to make to support this?
I think it's a new era that pharmaceutical industry is integrating on digital front as well. And nowadays it has become a key driver to have strong customer partnership. Of course, we are investing ourselves into automation and all our new plants, which are upcoming, are DCS controlled for enhanced process control and improved efficiency. This ensures greater consistency, quality, and compliances. Along with that, we have integrated secure platforms for access to key regulatory and quality documentation. This enables customers to track batches, review raw material and finished goods inventory, monitor production schedules, and oversee quality approvals. This process offers a complete transparency and efficiency. Of course, we are at a starting stage of digital integration, but we are looking forward for new opportunities going forward.
What's your approach to cost management and continuous improvement? How do you ensure cost transparency, but also drive value for clients through efficiency initiatives?
I think for Bluejet Healthcare, it's a very strategic and data-driven perspective when it comes to cost management. because we believe in ensuring full transparency and reliability to our partners. Process optimization is a key where we always refine our methods to improve yields, minimize waste, and boost energy efficiency. Vertical integration plays a huge role too because we are a backward integrated company starting right from the key raw material, key starting material, which gives us greater control over raw materials and while keeping us the cost predictable. And sometimes it's not just about numbers, but it's about building trust with our stable and long term pricing models for customers. At the end of the day, our focus is always on delivering high quality, scalable solutions while making sure our partners get the best value without compromise.
Moving on to a slightly different area, but one that's obviously very important in today's market around ESG and sustainability. So really becoming increasingly important factors in the market as a whole, but also within CDMO selection. What concrete steps are you taking as a business to reduce environmental impact and also help sponsors meet their Scope 3 emission targets?
Of course, the industry is growing and the industry is pushing for Scope 3 emission reduction. And we at Bluejet, absolutely, ESG and sustainability is at heart of everything we do. Along with green chemistry and process optimization, our key focus area is of energy of renewable sources, that is wind and solar. We are proud that 75% of our energy comes from windmill and solar energy, which is one of the highest in the industry. We also emphasize indigenous sourcing and backward integration, not just a strength for our supply chain, but to reduce environmental impact at every step. And when it comes to waste and water management, we have invested in advanced effluent treatment and solvent recovery systems to maximize the resource efficiency. Just to sum up in that, for us, sustainability is an integral part of the business we do.
Congratulations on some of those achievements. So, Payal, we have time for one more question. It's obviously an important one. It's one that I'm sure we'll hear and talk more about at CDMO Live in Rotterdam in a few months as well. If you look ahead another 3 to 5 years, what's the vision for the business in that timeline? When you think about ensuring your investments, your growth strategy aligns with your clients' future needs, what does that future vision look like?
I'm glad that you asked this question because it is something that I would like to share it in a very quick way. For us, partnerships drive progress, and our success comes from empowering our clients. At Bluejet Healthcare, we don't see ourselves just as a CTMO, but we are a strategic partner, helping pharma, healthcare, and biotech companies bringing their innovations to life. Over the next few years, for us, our focus is very clear. That is investing in cutting-edge technologies, expanding our R&D and manufacturing capacities, and strengthening collaborations globally.
Thank you very much indeed. Payal, it's been a pleasure to talk today. We look forward very much to hearing more at CDMO Live in Rotterdam on the 7th and 8th of May. Thank you.
Experience the future of contract manufacturing at CDMO Live 2025. Join us at the World Trade Centre Rotterdam on May the 7th and 8th, 2025 for an exclusive event that brings together the sharpest minds in biopharma outsourcing. For 2 days filled with market insights, best practices and partnering. So head to cdmolive.com to download the agenda and to book your ticket.